I'm super excited that people are back and in our YouTube world, which is a very small YouTube world. There's a lot more people at least checking it out, and Melissa and I are still scrambling to try and figure things out, and we actually had to get a new computer and figure out how to store video and just all this stuff that goes into it that we have to figure out how to do it. But anyway, so that this episode that we're putting out now is or the one I hope you're watching, right? Because you're watching if I'm talking about this, is a moving day. So one of the things that we run into, and I think I might have talked about this a tiny bit before, is that we have a small space. I do all of the work in my time after work or on the weekends, and that's even squeezed in with all of our other hobbies and all the other things we do between mountain bike rides and traveling around and fixing up house projects and stuff with our kids. So it's a really small window of time, and when it's time to move stuff around, again, because our space is limited and I'm super ADHD, and I think it's also important for like multiple projects to go on at one time to stay interested, we have to spend some time doing moving days. And one of the things we wanted to try to do was like film a moving day, moving stuff around, and see if we could translate that to people or anybody that might care or be interested what that's like. So we filmed all this stuff, and it's really fun, and we did a whole day, and we're all super tired after it, and then we go to edit it and we have all of this stuff. So basically this video forced us to figure out how to do things like fast motion and look around for different things with music content and just all these things that were confusing and challenging. But anyway, we got it together. We have something we're anxious to show you guys. More people are looking at the stuff, and we're excited. And so just like before, watch it, please watch it all the way to the end, and don't be afraid to watch it critically and give us feedback and say what you have to say and let us know, because that's the only way we can get better at showing people what's interesting if they're interested. So again, thank you so much for checking it out. It's actually really exciting. I went to bed the night we posted the last video, and I said to Melissa, it'd be awesome if I woke up in the morning and there was 1,000 views, and I woke up in the morning and there was 1,000 views, so it's super fun. So again, really excited people come back, really excited to do this. We wish we had more time to do this. We wish we were better at it, all that stuff. But the bottom line is it's fun, it's moving along, and we're grateful for people watching. And again, it's like, feels like me and two little kids playing with stuff, so it's awesome. Hope you enjoyed today's video. We're gonna move a bunch of stuff around, get ready for the next 2 months of hanging out and working at the garage. Check it out. Okay, so the next step is we're gonna move this car, which I don't know if you've all seen this car yet, but it's a 57 Speedster replica, obviously. I can't own a real one. It would look different around here if I had a real one. But anyway, I just had the engine out. My friend Tom Simpson, my man, refreshed the engine, all new seals. This car I built in 2000, from 2000 until 2004 for a good friend of mine that lived in Richmond, Virginia. He drove it for a couple years, and then it lost interest, or things changed or whatever, but the car sat in his barn for 15 years, and I bought it back from him. So this car ended up being like a barn find. I built it, and then it was a barn find all those years later. So anyway, all we're doing now is I had the engine out, the engine's back in, but I want to make sure this car is completely cleaned up because I never cleaned the underside after I got it back from the barn 4 or 5 years ago maybe. But anyway, I'm going to move the car back, and I have a service pit over there. I'm going to put the car over the service pit, clean the entire underneath, and then I'll hook the wiring back up, and then it's ready to go for the season. So for now, we're just going to push the car back and push it over the pit. Do you mind helping me get the cover off there? You would leave this carpet under and just push it over. I like when it's carpet's down season. Yeah. Get a little bit of direction here before we should go off them pretty mellow, I think.
Do you want me to help push?
No, we're good, thank you. So I don't want it to go flying like we
It's going down. There you go.
You want to just watch that corner there? How close it is. We can move that on your battery charger. Still good? Good. Am I going to clear in the back?
Nope. You're good. Getting close. Ooh. You got an inch? 2? 1 inch?
It should be going away from it now. Yeah, it should be. Let's see, okay? Let's see.
Can we move that
pull
door
the
in?
door back a little. Got it.
Good job, Darren.
Yeah, close one. I know a guy that can fix it. I don't want to, but it could. You mind showing them the car just real quick? So some of the stuff that's cool about this car is that it has a Porsche 914 motor built board, but not stroked. I think it's over 2 liters somehow. And this fan shroud conversion to make the engine upright, for people that know what I'm talking about, was made by a guy named Joe in Oregon, I think. And he later sold the company to a guy named Jay Graby. And these fan shrouds are still made, but this one was made by that guy Joe. It's even signed, it's kind of cool. And he died not long after I got it from him. And then the rest of the car is just my usual thing. Has Porsche Fuchs 6-inch wheels on it. Melissa was horrified when I set it up with these bad boys. She asked if they were getting cut off. I was like, I paid extra to have them long. People pay a lot of money to get extra length. And then inside the car, it's super dirty now. But all Wolfsburg West square weave carpet. I modified her shifter, shortened it, and made it more bent to fit. And then it's got an actual Empi brand VDM steering wheel on it. It's got an original locking column out of, I think, a 65 Beetle. And an old German cruiser pedal, not a repop. It's a neat car. I swear we're gonna drive it this summer. And my friend Barry that I built it for gave me such a great deal on this car and another car that I bought for him. I'm forever thankful. I was gonna buy it right before I had a big life event happen. And when I told him what was going on, he said, don't worry about it. When your life event's over, I'll have it for you. And I think it was 2 or 3 years later that I actually was able to go buy it. So, glad to have it. Oh, I can tell you another fun story about this that the guy I built it for didn't think was too fun. So my friend Barry that was having me build this car and paying me and taking good care of me wanted the car painted like a antique white color. And for some reason, at my age or whatever I had going on, I painted the car this color and just sent him a picture of it. He should have fired me on the spot. I think he ended up liking it, but what was I? I can't even believe I did that. What a bad boy I was. Anyway. I saw this color on a picture of an old 356 and I thought, that's it. And I went and looked up what I thought was close and painted this color. But to be fair, in case Barry sees this, I was totally prepared to repaint it the color he wanted at my cost. Thank God he didn't make me do that. It would have cost me $1,000. Yeah. Keep it centered here. Maybe you can go side. Am I okay on that side? You can go over this way. You're on bow on the boards. Keep going. Now you're good? Yeah. Are you good over there? Yeah. I just want to be in the center so I get to the seat bolts. Is the back coming up center? Yeah, it's nice. I'm going to go much further than that if I don't have to. Do you think that other chassis will fit here behind it? Oh, yeah. Alright, cool. You're getting there. Oh, yeah, I'll get you another little peek thing. So this engine is the original souped up engine from the Empi GTV. So all the speed parts are from, I think the former owner Daryl Hunasa told me he hopped this engine up in 1972. So all the speed parts are the original. And then again, Tom Simpson, you're gonna hear his name a lot, went through the engine and rebuilt it, and we increased it to 1776 cc's because it's gonna get driven to Las Vegas or California. But either way, the car's gonna drive cross country, so this is ready to go. It's so cool. It has the old, we even left the old champion sticker that Daryl Hunasa put on it back in 1972. And it's the same oil filter assembly. The only thing we changed is we're gonna update it with a newer style oil cooler. But this is the old Empi dress-up kit. The actual one that was on it. You can see it's a little bent up because it was in a box of parts just thrown aside. So you can see in this section, one of the things that we're doing is we're moving this chassis around again, and this is the chassis from the Barry Mini T that I told you that would be nice and shiny and black when it was a big rusty, crusty mess. And so this video is a little bit of a glimpse of a fast forward on that project because it looks quite a bit different than the way you saw it in the last video. You think we should try it first? Or should I call for reinforcements? We can try it. So cool, those seats are in decent shape. Thought we got a car, we got a storage bin. Hopefully it won't be there forever. A little bit of a change of scenery.
It's nice.
Alright, so let's go get the GTV. So the current situation is this car's here waiting for an engine. And once it has an engine, I'll drive it in and out to do the rust work on it. There's always rust work to do. And then once the rust is fixed on it, I'm probably just gonna sell it. I'll put wheels on it and front exhaust. And then we have the mini key set up so that I can now start to do mock-up. And mock-up is just where I figure out how high I want the suspension to be and where everything has to be to clear the wheels I want. And then the Speedster's over the service pit so I can work on the bottom of it without having to lay on my back. And now we're gonna go get the Milwalkee Miracle car from Darren's house, which is, what is it, a mile to your house from here? A garage that's a mile away. And bring it back, and we're gonna separate the body and the chassis. And Darren's gonna work on the chassis, and I'm gonna finish the welding and grinding. All right, let's go. Let's go get it. Load up all the parts to the GTV and take it off. Need me to move that right now? I can move it 1 second. Yeah, I know. There's like drill world down here.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're looking for a grill, that one has a free sign on it too.
Yeah, we're going to take that one with us because he doesn't work. So.
Yeah, I came out that one.
Just right here for a minute?
Sure.
We're going. We're just loading up some more stuff.
You're fine, you're fine.
I finally got warm out.
I'm ready for it.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know who that belonged to, but I did see a sign on it earlier that said free, so.
Yeah, Darren said there were 2 going for free here, so. Geez, these are easier to put with no fenders. With the cut fender wells and the big giant tires in the back. Looks like Joe Dirt's car. Kind of like it. I remember just getting back and pulling in like this with this car when I got back from Milwaukee. I was so tired I pulled in right here and left it on the tow bar for the better part of a week. I didn't even come back over. That was a long trip. Long, strange trip. I made it. Back again? Huh? You up for driving out back again to unload the grill?
Yeah. way she can be mad at me.
Never. Just Mike, right?
Melissa was filming me put these on the wrong way. I'm like, it's perfect. All my critics. You gotta have critics. Oh yeah. Keep you honest. Yeah. Like honest wrong. So see, now I got a reward for doing things improperly. Nothing went wrong yet. Yet.
Can you see what you said? Because I had it.
Oh, so we're just trying to figure out if we're going to attempt to take the body all the way off with the two of us. And Darren said, yeah, remember he just said nothing went wrong yet. So we'll get it down in the garage and maybe take the body off with the two of us. That steering wheel sometimes gets in the way.
That's probably. I would probably want to go that way a little bit more though, because we need to move over here through the pan. Yeah. Get this.
Melissa just said, do you want me to film me while you don't know what you're doing? Which would be every time you film me. But we're just trying to get a visual of how the space is going to be taken up once the body is sitting here-ish. And we want room to be able to work on the chassis at the same time. And I think I'm going to move it over this way a little bit more. How much can we get ahead? 2 foot. That right there, still room to work on the apron a little bit if I have to? Yeah. Let's do this. Let's move the back end in just a little bit. We got more if you want to move forward. Well, we'll leave the pan on the roller, maybe? Yeah, and I can just swing it. Gotcha. Alright, so you're saying something over the apron. We can lift it up, put something underneath it. Us pick it up and her slide the chassis over. Yep. And roll out. Shifter. Might take it out. Well, it probably would make sense to take the shifter out. Yeah. So we're just doing a couple things. We're going to take the shift, because the shifter sticks up, we're going to take that out so we don't have to lift the body up as high. I want to make sure it don't get too teetery when we...
That's my only concern.
Yes.
Not my only concern. It's one of the big concerns.
Yeah, it being a little teetery.
If each of us is on one end of the back and Melissa slides the chassis out, it might work. But we should have something ready to kick under it.
Yeah. But we still got to get it past the beam, too. Yeah, I don't know. I think we should wait till there's other people here.
I think you're probably right.
If we had 4 people, we could just walk in and put it right where we want it. No worries. Let's do that.
Yeah.
We're actually being responsible. We're going to wait. Can I show you my favorite part? Out of everything I do to Beetles, make sure I'm being honest here. Out of everything I do to Beetles, everything I do to rusty Beetles, my favorite thing is making the doors work like this. I'll show you what I mean when I talk about a dropping door. So the car has rusty heater channels, and that lets the car sag, and the door will go down when I open it. If you watch this line right here, see how it's even? When I open the door, not even. The latch pulls it up. So when I fix them, I like them to work perfectly. Satisfying to me. That's why I keep opening and closing this door. When we got this car back, this door would drop easily 1.5 inches. It would come out and go boom. And this line would be 1.5 inches lower, probably down here. And it's exciting to me to get it to close like that easily, and that doesn't move when it hits the striker. This is the striker. It doesn't lift it up at all. It just goes right in on it. And this gap is nice and straight and even. Inside these. And this car had a bad hinge event in its life, and I had to straighten both hinges. Put the gaps on them are just right now. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, they look cool. See the difference on these? See, these are the same style wheels. They're called Empi Sprint Stars because it's Empi GTV. Still has the Empi parts sticker on it. But these are 4-inch wide ones. And the lip is shallow. And these are 5.5-inch wide ones, and the lip is deep. This is a reverse barrel. So that'll make a nice hot rod look for it. So we're gonna switch to 2 wides and 2 skinnies on it. And we'll make sure the patina matches. So are we gonna do it? We'll do that at the end of the video thing. Oh, you're already filming. So insanely awkward. Okay, so take check. Hey.
I could never do this, so I'm like.
Together. Hey, thanks everybody for for watching. This is how I get my inspiration. See that? Engine sticking out, metal flake paint, red line tires, mag wheels. That's what it's about. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, because I think if you're seeing me now, that means you watched a lot of the video, which is what we're trying to get going here. And again, we were maybe a little bit stressed or confused putting it together because it was a lot of footage and we did a lot of stuff the day that we filmed all this. But I think in this video you got to see a glimpse of the 60 Ragtop Beetle, which there's a sad story that I got to deal with that one at some point. And you got to see the Speedster project, which will be ongoing. We'll talk more about that in another video. And you got introduced to the Milwalkee Miracle car, which that's a super interesting story that, again, hey, maybe this is like a teaser. I'm telling you guys, you got to come back to see more about these cars. But the Milwalkee Miracle car is a cool project. A lot of things involved. A cool guy, Bill Sagrinos in Las Vegas, owns the car now. Empi USA is actually sponsoring the build. They sent us a bunch of parts. There's just so much really, really fun stuff with that car. So hopefully you all come back and hopefully make comments like I asked you earlier. And hopefully you'll subscribe, because in our world, like, we're big shots now. We made it over 100 subscribers. It's all good. It's super fun and exciting that people are doing anything. And again, if you don't mind, comment, share, do all that stuff that helps get us into the algorithm. And something did click, and people are doing enough stuff that I can tell that the last video we did get picked up in the algorithm a little bit. So I super appreciate it. I love all of you guys for watching. It's so fun and awesome. And remember to be inspired by things from your childhood, like I'm haunted by. See you next time.
What? Do you want to mention that Bill's podcast?
Oh, so Bill Sagrinos, the guy that owns the Empi GTV, has a really cool podcast that's called Let's Talk Dubs. And I don't know where everybody else listens to it, but I listen to it on Spotify. Is it okay to give a plug to Spotify? And to Bill and his Let's Talk Dubs podcast, and to Empi USA and all the other things. But anyway, seriously, go check out Let's Talk Dubs. He's going to follow the build on there, and I'll follow the build on Punk Rock Garage YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. Thanks, everybody.